Up and let me know that we're live. There we go. Okay. We are live. I had pre-set up this stream for last Saturday, this past Saturday, and then basically just I couldn't go live. It was a rough night or a rough day, so I ended up changing it. So I changed the date on it and I changed the time on it, but for some reason it was coming up as like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Not sure why, but. Even though I said 7:55, that's why I'm starting a little bit early, just so I can make sure that everybody who wants to watch can get the notification that we are live, basically. And people are starting to roll in, so I'm going to give it another couple of minutes here, and then we'll get started. Lots to show you guys tonight, of course. So we'll do that shortly. I don't have any fancy music to play. So it's going to be real quiet for a moment. Starting about 15 minutes earlier. That's not too bad. I figure the sooner I start, the sooner I can finish. No, it'll just give me more time to work on what I need to work on and show you guys what I need to show you, and then we'll be good. We'll be all caught up. Yeah, I don't want you guys to see what I've been working on. I know that I said last week, I'm like, we're going to be doing some track work next week, and then kind of been working away, but you know how we do. I can't sit still, can't sit on my hands and do nothing. You know, I gotta be working all the time. All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to say hi to everybody who's showing up here. We got some people watching, so I want to say hi. Brian and Dwight were the first couple of guys here. I don't know if they're still here, but they were looking for me to start at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but that's okay. And Todd was also there. They stopped by. But as far as the actual live itself, Brian was the first one. Brian gets the Timbits tonight. And we also have Waterloo Junction and M&M Rails and Trackside Mike. How's it going? Big CW, how's it going? Awesome Possum. Nice to see you. All right, so for those of you who are here a little early, we normally start at 8, but yeah, I had some complications with the live there, and people thought I was going to start at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not sure why it didn't why it didn't change over or update from my app here, but that's okay. Floyd, how's it going, Floyd? Laying track all night long. That's right. So just to kind of kick things off here, you guys know that I am in my 10th year of being on YouTube. That's 10 years of layout updates, 10 years of, reviews and how-tos and live shows. Oh my gosh, the live shows. I think most of my videos are live shows. It's just easier. Zero editing, zero filter. You get the best of the best when, you got the M&M and me on camera and we're talking trains. Or I'm talking trains and he's nodding. Oh yeah. 10 layout. No, not 10 layouts. Oh gosh, no. That would, my body would hurt more than it already does if I had done 10 layouts. But yeah, with the 10 years, honestly, I'm thrilled because I don't think I've ever done something and committed to it as long as I have with the channel. So we've got a new logo, thanks to my buddy Denny over at N-Scale Dystopia. He's my logo guy. I go to him for a logo and he does not disappoint. He did this one for me, and I'm gonna have some stickers. That's right, stickers. Basically, I ordered some samples. I'm expecting those by the end of the month. I'm gonna make sure that it is to my liking, and then I'm gonna go ahead and order a whole bunch. So make sure, if I do not have your mailing information, you kindly remind me, a kind reminder, if you want one of these stickers, because it's going to look just like this, and it's going to be neat, and it's real fancy, and it's, you know, there's only so many. Obviously I'm not going to be turning 10 again, so there's only going to be a limited amount of these going out, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a majority of them to Springfield with me. So if you already know you're going to Springfield, don't worry about it. Just make sure you come see me at the Otter Valley booth. Come see me and Trackside Mike. We'll both be there, probably handing out stickers. So yeah, so that's it. Again, I also have shirts and whatnot that I'm selling as well, but if you want some information on that, you can let me know. Thank you so much to you guys for, you know, Roger, happy 10 years. Thank you. And honestly, couldn't have done it without you guys, because, you know, seriously, you guys keep me going. Todd Armstrong, how's it going? Thank you. All right, so you can see here in the background what exactly I've been up to for the last week and a half or so. Been doing the whole track work thing. This is the paper mill. This is in my office. This is where we are right now. I wanted to start here because this is just the main area that I think that, you know, I can kind of treat as a switching layout. And then from here, I'm going to be building off of this and going around, you know, the basement and whatnot. So this is where I wanted to start first and foremost. I do have some track down. I got quite a bit of the cork down already, like last week. So I started, you know, laying track. I always start at a switch, and this is exactly what I did here, and I'm going to show you. So this section here, you guys know, this is my work computer up here. I had to raise this up, and then once I raised it up, I was able to put this piece under here going through to the back, and you know, exits my office. But I started with the number 7. There's a number 7 in here. It's only code 83, but that's okay because I put some 83 to 100 tabs right here on the ends, and then I started with my code 100 track. On the front one here, I had done 2 pieces that were 3 feet long each, so I got about 6 feet coming off here, and I did 1.5 pieces here. So that all leads into here. This main line here, I haven't done any track for this yet because there's no main line, there's no switch yet on this track, or one that goes from here to here or anything like that. So this is blank right now. Again, always start at a switch. That's best tip I can give you, basically. Always start at a switch. Because when I came into here, I started at a switch, and then went to switch, and then you can kind of see this main line here went down. I'm at a number, well, what would technically be a number 8 or a large code 100 into another large code 100. And then I just continued from there. I connected the tracks. So I've got somewhat of a runaround. I then added this siding here, this is not down yet. I'm still figuring things out, of course. But it's basically going to go over to my siding here, where I'm going to have, this is the sodium chloride drop-off spot, and that's for the paper mill. So I've got a couple of, this one's kind of broken because it didn't transfer well. So this is where my sodium chloride cars are you're gonna drop off some and then pick some up, the empties, of course, and take them off. And then we're gonna go into here. I gotta still attach this, so you guys will see me do that, and then I'll be able to nail that down. One of the things that I did do as well that I can kind of show you guys, because this is really neat. Last time I saw James, he gave me a whole bunch of sheets of what is it called? Fiberboard. You know, the same stuff I use for my fascia. Anyways, the thing that I'm doing right now is that because I do tend to move a lot, as you guys probably know, stuff like this whole building here, it's technically 3 different kits, and then I've got my air conditioning thing. It's the air evaporator or cleaner or whatever, and then it goes onto the roof here, and there's piping and whatnot. To remove every single little piece of this, and hopefully it doesn't break, you know, it's kind of a task. So what I've done is that I've traced out the entire building onto a piece, masonite, that's the word. Masonite. So that I got a piece of masonite that James gave me, and I'm creating a footprint with that so that I can attach all my buildings to it. And if I need to move it, it all moves as one. If I need to, in this case, I'm going to have to shuft it down a little bit because it's too, I think it's too far one way. By the way, I'm going to have to fix all the wiring too. Oh my gosh, I've got my work cut out for me, guys. So it fits perfectly once I, you know, glue this to the whole thing and it's there. But I'm going to move this down and the whole thing moves. All right, we're just pushing it a little bit this way. And that'll hold up real nice. And then that way, when I go to move, or if I have to move, or I have to take this off to work on it, I can take it all off as one piece. And one of the things that I did, so that even something like this here, which is very skinny, it's just a backdrop building, but there's a 2x4 inside, and it's nailed right to, or this is nailed right to the 2x4. I've got another one for this building here. So this almost fits right down over the 2x4. So this is not going to move. This doesn't move at all. I'm still going to glue it in place, but it's going to give it a little bit more of a structural hold. Still got to do one for this. Obviously, there's nothing behind this right now. But yeah, I got to do the same thing to this piece. And then this will be one solid thing that I can just go in, lift up, take out. And then I just do my scenery around it, and then it's good. House of Random, how's it going? Bubs, how's it going? Okay, yeah. So that's what I've been working on here. I've got the same thing going on for the building over here. I just have to fix that because it kind of caved in a little bit. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna be working on a couple of things here, but I do want to show you something else first. Something that you might think is neat. Who knows? we'll find out. But yeah, basically, you guys know that I've been doing a live every Saturday where I work on this kit. This is the Walther's engine facility, but it's a big engine facility. It's ×3. This thing's huge. And I just recently got in the mail these little hinges. And if you're wondering, why did I have to order these little plastic hinges? Well, I'm going to show you, because there's a whole bunch on here. And you can kind of see that my doors open and close for the first stall here. I don't have anything to grab it with. I have to put like maybe like a magnet or something and then use the wand to kind of close it. But yeah, that's why basically I got these hinges for, so you can close the doors on the shop here. So I'm going to be working on that probably on Saturday, along with a bunch of other things that I need to do still. But yeah, it's durable, it works, and honestly it was like $6 and I got like 20 hinges. So that's kind of neat. But what I really want to do, I really want to get more track down. I really want to finalize some of this, maybe even get some power going. Because if I can get power going to this thing, then that basically means that I can run a train. And we all know what that means when I can run a train. I'm going to forget about all the other things that I need to do. So now, so far so good with everything going on here. I really find that the whole nail and whatchamacallit, it really works. So I'm going to be doing more of that, I think. Where's my little hammer? Oh, there it is. Okay. So there's some areas here that I still do have to tack down. Some areas to which are probably going to move on me a little bit because of the banging. Some of these parts here I still have not even drilled out yet, like this switch here. I really should have done that prior. I think I was just too excited, and I decided to just say, hey, I'm going to put this in and worry about that later. I try to be consistent with it, but not always the case. Now this drill bit that I'm using, this is the one from Walthers that James recommended to me. And it's really good. It works really, really well. I haven't had any issues with it or anything. So hats off to James for letting me know which one to use. I also think that there's a bunch of nails over here that are still sticking. I just use them as pins. So I pinned, the track in place, but I haven't hammered them down yet. I will totally do that though. I'm sorry if you're yelling something and I can't hear you because my back is to the computer right now. I will take a look every so often just to see. I don't know if I think somebody might have guessed Bub's thing. Well, this nail is weird on the end. I don't like that. Yeah, so this has been pretty fun so far, I think, anyways. Kind of just rebuilding this whole scene, making it a little bit different, of course, from how it was on the old layout. This part's the same, and I gotta add another part down here, but I like the fact that I'm actually adding my paper mill. The paper mill. Because that'll be great for boxcar pickup and drop off. Almost like an in and out factory. There is lots of space there for truck pickup as well, which is great because I'll be able to add some trucks. Oh. I'm going to even try to apply some of the stuff that I've learned in the last little while to this part of the layout. For example, when I did the ITLA kit and I did those cool kind of sidewalk, cracked kind of sidewalk looking thing, I don't know what you'd call it. It's cracked pavement or concrete. I really like how that looks, so I'm going to do that in this area here where the trucks are rolling through. So that'll be cool. And that way it's also going to raise it up a little bit because of the fact that I've got stuff underneath here. So I'll be able to raise up the roadway a little bit. I just can't wait to run trains again. Jeez. I got so used to running trains, you know, like every so often. And it was really different because with the way the house was, like the cat that I used to have, Alexis, she was down and she would live, you know, in the train area. We had her separate because of the other cat we had, or have, I should say, Midas, because they didn't really get along. So Alexis, which was my cat, stayed downstairs with the train stuff. So I would always be down there anyways, working and doing stuff with the trains, so it didn't really matter anyways. So every so often I'd be like, well, I'm going downstairs, gonna chip away at the trains, talk to the cat, you know, like a sane person. And that's how it was. But here it's just, I work, both the cats are upstairs, and then, yeah, that's about it. So I don't get to come down here as much, and when I do, it's because I have to do work. So it's not as fun, but of course, needs to happen. I'm being very careful as well not to hit the actual rail. Definitely don't want to hit the rail. Oh, Bubs just messaged me. He said that Todd guessed it. Congratulations, Todd. I gotta go back and see what the answer was. Let's see. Okay, so that was the last one there, and that was the last one there, so I'm gonna want one here. Yeah, I don't do a lot of nails, but I spread them out evenly. And again, doing it like this is a little bit better than doing the glue, because, you know, as soon as I'm done putting these nails in, it's like, you know, if it was already wired, I'd be able to run trains. I can't because it's not wired yet, but the way I used to do it, you'd have to glue it, you'd have to sit and wait for the glue to dry, and because I used white glue, it would take a long time. At least 24 hours. You know, so I'd glue a section, put my cans on, leave it, come back, you know, however many hours later, and then we'd be good. But, yeah. I should really hammer these down. Sorry for all the noise, by the way. That's what we do here. So let's see. So that's in place. That's in place. Let's move down this way a little bit, because we've got some stuff over here that we gotta nail into place. Hey Robin, how's it going? Yeah, so I totally have to fix this building. It is, it's worse for wear, basically. So I also need to cut this track here. So this is kind of what I do. I line it up, and then I put the tape right across where it needs to be cut. This is going to help me keep a straight cut between both of these. Definitely don't miss cutting code 100 track. I'm going to have to remove that building in order to put this in place. That's okay, though. I'll be able to do that. Not a problem. Just kind of want to go along here, too, and fix some of these as well. This has 0 screws in it, so, or nails, I should say. Kind of thinking that this is going to be real painful, though, when it comes to doing the helix. But at least it'll be done sufficiently, I want to say. I feel like it'll be done sufficiently. I mean, it was done really well last time, but this time even more so, hopefully. That's the dream. I also haven't soldered any of this yet. Except for... Oh, you know what? I haven't even soldered that yet. Huh. Maybe I haven't soldered any of it yet. I think most of this looks really good as far as what I can see anyways. And there's going to be a lot of touch-ups here and there, but I won't really know what I need to do or what I need to fix until I start running. One of the major things that I know that I need to focus on is making sure that there's enough feeders to make sure everything has enough power and all that fun stuff. Because even though last time I did, quite a few feeders, there was a couple of sections where, if I think about it, or when I did think about it, I'm like, I might have needed, strategically placed 1 or 2 more in certain places. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious with stuff like that. That's all. Hey, Stormy Sky, how's it going? Side Tracks and Dundas Junction Model Railroad, how's it going? Oh, did I ever, did I do that? There we go. Okay, so I'm just checking a couple of these here. Like that moves okay. It's pretty decent. Same thing with that one. I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and add some feeders. Because, yeah, most of this is down. Actually, let's do that first, because that involves gluing. So, for this section here, I'm adding another left turn. Right here. So it's going to come in like this. There's my marker. And I guess I can use this straight line. once I figure out how far those are. So I don't like putting my tracks too close. So that's the 2-inch mark. Yeah, should be okay. So I do want to just glue those down and then put some tack on there. So once this piece is glued in here, I'm going to add a short piece, and then I have to wait for another switch to show up. I need a total of 2 switches, one for here, one for here, and then this entire track work is basically done. I just got to shoot out some straight pieces there from the switches just for additional sidings. And then all the track work for this industry is done. So I'm glad it's not too much left, but the next thing I'll be working on is the yard and reverse loop, which will be pretty fun because I want to do a big part of it that's going to look like CN's McMillan yard. Or Mac yard. That yard, it has 2 sections. Well, I think it's 2 sections from the pictures I've seen, anyways. Where one section it's all shop, so loco storage and all that stuff, repair building and all that, and then there's the main section that has the ladders and all that. I'm gonna kind of try to combine the 2 of them, because right behind the loco shop is a reverse loop. It's a giant reverse loop, which I'm like, I need that. Not for the same reason that they have it there in the real place, but because I gotta, if I send the trains down the middle, it's gotta go around the reverse loop and then head back. So I hope to kind of emulate that to make it look like it, but it'll have obviously a different purpose altogether. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Can't do anything there. So I'm going to remove this building. And these little detail parts here. I got to fix that still. Such a pain. And fix this as well. I think this might be a new Saturday build here. Because look at this, like, it's all janky and such a pain. I love the Walters kits, but like, dang, you know. Even though it was probably me, I'm the one who built it, so. But yeah, moving with the kits isn't really ideal. Okay, so long straight edge. Yeah, most of this you don't see because the building is so huge, so none of this really matters. I'm just happy I was able to save most of this and make this work. Which end is which? Okay, so this end goes into here. I think I'm gonna drill the holes first though. Sorry, I didn't mean to, you know, hammer it quite so loudly. I'll use my softer drill next time. Or a softer hammer. Now there are flat spots on the back of this one here, and those are the ones that I'm using. It's not every tie, it's like every 5th tie or so. You've got a flat one and then indent, indent. But I'm not doing every single one. I'm just kind of staggering. So out of the 3 feet, I'm doing only so many. So that means I can put it in place now. Really? You're really that tight? I'm pretty sure I took a lot off. Okay, well, I'm going to take a little bit more. And to be honest, this won't matter all that much because it's going to have a bumper at the back. Anyways. Jeez. Much better. Now, because I've created the straight line here, I can follow that, but I typically still put one of these flat levels right up against it just to make sure that it's not kinked at all. And then I'll just start putting my nails in. If I can find the holes. That's the hard part here. And you know what? I'm probably going to miss one or two. Probably. Bring it a little bit closer. I'm gonna reach. Sorry about the reach. And I was pretty sure, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I see it now. My eyes aren't what they used to be, and by that, I mean, you know, my eyes have never really been fantastic, but still. Now I'm making sure to save all my ties and you know, anything I cut out of here, little pieces of track and whatnot, so that all these empty spaces where I've made my connections, I can just go back and fill those in with sleepers. I can't see any. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's basically, it's not going anywhere, but I still want to make sure it's being tacked down. Now this is also going to give me an opportunity to work on switching. Switching is something that I'm doing a little bit more now that I go to the club, and doing switching at the club is something that, you know, you can't really avoid. So I've learned how to do a bit of that thanks to Bubs, and you know, I'm going to see if I can apply some of that awesome switching to you know, obviously the current layout, and see what I can come up with there, because you know, can't just run the train, you gotta run it prototypically, right? Now this track here is not nailed in yet because I want to attach these pieces to the bottom of that red building, so I'm going to wait on this track. But this here, I already know the opening is right here, and it goes straight through to the back. So I don't have to worry about this track here. So that being said, I'm just going to focus on the other stuff. What I do want to do is I want to mark out where I need feeders. So I'll definitely need a feeder here. I'll definitely need one here, 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 and I'm just going to put a line there for when I add a track here. I really hope I didn't misplace this drill bit again, because I've already misplaced one drill bit. I don't want to misplace all my drill bits. I'm not having any luck. Where did I put it? Okay. Seriously? Where'd it go? Is there like a drill bit goblin that keeps taking my stuff? Oh, here it is. I knew there wasn't a goblin. Stupid. Okay, here we go. So put this one in here. Now typically I'll do obviously a wire on each side. When you're doing a switch, you want to make sure all 3 points have your feeders. Don't be a hero. As good as your connections are here and there, If you think that that power is going to flow right through and you don't have a feeder here, then you're sadly mistaken, because that's not going to work out well for you. So try to make sure that you have feeders on all 3 sides of your switch. And if you have multiple switches like this, yeah, the more switches you have, the more feeders you're going to need. I'm skipping this one for now, but I will do this one. And again, this is another one of those things where, you know, a lot of people have different ways of doing it. Some people will attach a feeder to the rail joiner and then drill in the middle and then run your thing down and whatnot. No, I just lay my track. I do a small hole on both sides of the rail. Obviously, one's your left, one's your right, or negative and positive. And then from there, you're doing all your wiring underneath, right? You're attaching to the outside of the rail, always on the outside, and then, yeah, hope for the best. Looks like I could have added a nail there, which I'm going to do, because I totally forgot a spot. Hey Scott, how's it going? If I missed anybody else, I'm sorry. Again, my face is like not right at the computer, so I can't see everybody as everybody's coming and going. So we've got 1, I didn't do that one yet, 2, 3, and there's no track here yet, which I should do at some point. In fact, I could probably do right now. I don't want to rush it though. I'm going to keep telling myself that, and hopefully I continue to not rush things. So with the way I'm wiring, if it matters, got my negative, my positive. Use my red and white wire as always. And I've got so much from my old layout, like for example, this piece here. This is a good piece of wire. This is an expensive wire. And I'm going to use it to bring this layout to life. Another thing that I have that I'll be using are my little connection strips, which I can show you in a second here. Connector strips. These are my connector strips. I have them all glued to pieces of wood because it's easier to mount it under the layout if I do it this way. So I've got obviously my positives, my negatives. You do all your negative track wires into here, all your positive into there, and then this is where you connect your bus line. You can either go like this or like this or like this or like this, but one's you're in and one's you're out. So you can go coming from that way, you go into these two, positive and negative, and then your positive and negative out will continue on this way. Super easy, and I just use the wires to jump. So no matter what you're plugging into here, it's all positive and it's all connected. Don't have to do anything fancy. It's just what I've got. So it's like electrician stuff, but for dummies. And seeing as how I'm not great at electrical, it's very accurate. So most of this stuff is just twisted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a side, and because this is the first feeder I am adding, I'm going to do red on the right and white on the left, and I'm going to continue that throughout the entire layout. I mean, it'll probably switch when I go up to the top level, but for now, I could probably get 2 feeders out of this piece here because it's such a long thing and I don't need to go too far with it. Okay, cool. So along with doing this wiring, I am going to do some soldering as well as far as connection of the tracks here because I haven't done any yet. So I want to make sure everything is good. Everything is, you know, connected and the whole thing's going to work. I hope. I hope. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, Happy Valley, how's it going? Russ is rocking HO Trains, how's it going? So just in case, for anybody who missed, because right near the beginning there, I had my logo. This is a new logo that I had done for me. I'm getting stickers made, so if anybody is interested in stickers, please make sure that I do have your email. If not, just send me a reminder or whatever. Comment in the comment section, let me know, because I'm going to get my samples in by the end of the month, but of course I'm going to, you know, get an actual order in. I'll also be bringing a pile to Springfield to hand some out there. So these are limited because it's my 10-year anniversary doing this. So whenever they come in, I'll be sending them out. So let me know. I'll make sure you get one. Are we still doing the sticker thing? I don't know. It's a whatever thing. I like it. I like having the stickers. And because I already have a logo and whatnot, it only makes sense that I do the stickers as well. Waiting for these things to heat up are the biggest pain. But I'm confident that this is all going to work. So I'm just excited to get some track down and to be able to run trains again. Now I made sure to file, of course, all my ends, so the contacts are pretty good. Also, the rail joiners that I use, which are mostly just the Pico Code 100 rail joiners, they're really tight, so the connection holds really, really well with them. You don't have to pinch them or anything. While it's kind of cooling, I'm just going to move along here and I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to lock these all in because this is all done and it's accurate. The only other thing I'll probably want to do is just file the top to make sure that the transition from one piece to the next piece is smooth, but most of them are pretty clean, and I did that prior, except for right there, because that's a rough piece, but most of these are pretty good. I don't really sit there and practice soldering, but it's something that you get used to. It's the kind of thing that worried me at the start, and then the more you do it, you just kind of learn. And let me tell you, it's one of those things you learn the hard way, but then eventually you get it. And you use less solder and you learn how to spread it out and make sure it's not bumpy and that it doesn't cause any derailments. You do it on the outside of the track, never on the inside. You know, stuff like that. Lots of people have different ways of doing this, but this is just how I do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these ones as well, because it's all right here and I can say that this half is done at least. Oh, I almost did the inside. Oh, that's why, because I was trying to do this. There was some people that was asking me how I do my wiring. So when I'm able to show you a little bit better, I'll probably do a video. If I haven't already, I think I might have, but I'd have to go back through and check. I think I hit 700 videos like last week or something. So that's kind of cool too. I have a library of now over 700 videos. was thinking about getting another Jeep 9. I've got the Jeep 9 and Slug, but now I'm thinking that I want another Jeep 9. So do you guys think I should get another Noodle, a CN Noodle? Or do you guys think I should get the Zebra? Because I'm kind of on the fence, you know. I don't have to use them together. But if I did, I'd like it to make sense at least. But I really like the Zebra one. I'm not entirely sure yet what to get. So let me know. Let me know what you think I should get. I'll add it to my list. Because there's a list. Oh, there's a list. So I have to get a Dash 8. Because I haven't gotten my Dash 8 yet. The one thing I get really nervous about is painting the track. I used to use the spray stuff. It's camo brown. But I always find that once you do that, then the track gets really dirty. And even though you clean it with whatever, and I've got a CMX cleaning car, so you know, even after using that, I find that it gets dirty quicker. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. But like, it really deters me from wanting to, like, you know, spray the rails and all that. I probably will, but I don't know. It'd probably be a while before I do that because I want to be able to run trains and do all this stuff first. Where'd that nail go? I saw a nail sticking up. Oh, there it is. That's another thing. I'm going to have to send a mow team around just to make sure all the the tacks are down, you know? Oh. I'll check to see what you guys think in a minute there about the Jeep 9 thing. Normally, if I can't see the section, I'll get a mirror, and I'll put the mirror right here so you can see the reverse side. But it's low enough, and I can get right over top of it, so I can see it very clearly. So I don't need to worry too much about missing something there. Okay, what did you guys say about the Jeep 9? Noodle and Zebra were often seen together in my yard. For sure, all traffic stopped or diverted or put me out. Don't paint your track. Hear me out. Don't paint your track. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Paint your track so it looks better. Fair. That's fair. I can't hear you, James. Fix your duck under. Whack. Let's see. James had help big time. It's my move now. Jeep 9s are cool as heck. Torpedo tubes, dynamic brakes. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I've got a Jeep 9 set here. I got this one. Like, this is the one I have. But I'm like, do I get another one of these? Because then, I mean, then it looks even, right? And I'm very weird about stuff like this, where if I get the zebra and put it on the other end of this, it won't look, you know, it'll look weird. And yeah, it might bother me. It might truly bother me. And that's why I'm having such an issue with it, where I'm like, well, what do I get? So that's me in a nutshell. Oh, I need my little okay, so that's one set of feeders. Now, I do believe I had a rule where I bring it to the front of the layout, and that's the length I use. So for this next one, I do the same thing. Zebras were short hood control stand right side, whereas the noodle standalones and mother slug combos were control stand left side. Oh, right side versus left side. Well, I mean, you have, yeah, that was, I don't know. that didn't help in the sense where which one should I get. Yeah, that was more of an info tidbit about each unit, which is cool to know, but that doesn't help me decide right side versus left side. Yeah, that's Dang it, I wish I knew. I wish I knew which one to get. I'll probably just, get the -8 and then... What else do I need? What else is coming out? I know there's go-cars coming. What else do I need? Where's my little screwdriver? Oh, here it is. I feel like there's something else that I'm missing, that something's coming out that I need to get. I am thinking still about those two, it's like a set of two. It's the E8 CN, but like they're just in storage. They were rebuilt and now they're just in storage. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to get something like that or not. I could, just for fun, but I like to do somewhat of an accurate thing, right? Repeat. Yeah, when's the GP40 coming out? I know that the GMD1 just hit the shelf. At least I'm pretty sure it just hit the shelf. I've seen people posting about it already. That's a nice one too, the GMD1. But I mean that's the kind of one you got to run as a set, I can't get just one. Why is this like this? There we go. Still waiting on those Via Rail coaches, the stainless steel ones. And at some point early next year, Bachmann should be releasing the tail end car to the Venture set. But like, when? I don't really know. I'm hoping by my birthday in March, because that would be a swell of a gift to myself. Happy birthday to me. Here's the rest of your train. Okay, so the feeders are looking good so far. I don't think I'll be running anything in this general area yet. But I'm going to move down a bit here, see if I can solder a few more joints. Oh, that's right, I got water. Nice. Quenches the thirst. Hey Anthony, how's it going? And Mystic? I'm not sure if I said hi to Mystic yet. Where are we? Okay, so this is all done. This is all done. This is all done. So, is this? I don't know if I soldered this. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so that's already soldered because that was 1, 2. Oh, because then it would look. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's soldered. Okay. Whew. I just hope I don't have another night like I did that one night where I tried to wire something and I was so tired that I wired it backwards, and then I couldn't sleep because I'm like, how could I wire it incorrectly? And I lost sleep over it. And then the next day, I come down and I reverse the two wires and it works. And I'm like, well, all that worrying for nothing. But that's me in a nutshell. I make mistakes, mostly because I'm human and because it's human error. That's how it works. So this Third Rail Thursday thing, this little ditty that we got going on here every Thursday night, I totally forgot to do the spiel at the beginning. I don't know why Mark didn't remind me. Not that he normally reminds me, but he missed it. But every Thursday, we go live. We do the Third Rail Thursday, of course. And normally the first Thursday of the month, that's Tim from They Make It Like That. I was covering for Tim last week. So that's when I was doing some cork laying. And this is my week. I'm normally the second week. And I totally don't mind going twice. And then we've got Mark. Mark's going to be next week, M&M Rails. I don't know what he's got planned, but I hear him talking about his duck under. So maybe he's going to do something with ducks. So that'll be cool. And then the last Thursday of the month is normally GVO After Dark, which is also really fun. Because we usually come together and talk about stuff and things, kind of recapping the month and, other stuff. Or if I'm absent for whatever reason, James will take over. And James will do the Third Rail Thursday because he's good like that. I feel like I've just been so busy the last several months that I haven't been able to sit down and actually, plan out anything. From, going on vacation or honeymoon or whatever you want to call it, and moving, and yeah. Also, I haven't been feeling too well this past little bit. some like really bad back pain earlier. I think lying flat on the floor helped. Did that for a little bit. But those are the joys of, you know, like I work at a desk for 8 hours. Don't really get to stand because I'm too busy sitting at my desk. But, you know, it is what it is. I knew what I was getting myself into. Okay, so I'm still going to need a feeder there and there. So when I come along here, I'm going to need a feeder probably here. And here. And those can probably go over this way. And then I'll put this one down here. So there, and then we can probably put feeders here, here, here. I'm gonna need a feeder here, and then we'll do feeder here, and that should stretch that. That'll be there. And then that's all that. Capiche? Comprende? Something, something. Hopefully this works. Is James starting a bucket hat of the month club? I was wondering when he was going to do that. Yeah, because I don't have any weird crossovers or anything like that here, I don't have to worry about like reversing polarity or any of that tricky stuff. It's all just straight wire, same color, no matter which side. So it's making this super easy. And even when I add the second line here, they're both good, you know, it's going to be white on this side, red on this side, same thing as this, right? Because there's going to be a reversing loop all the way at the other end, which, you know, will keep all the wire the exact same except for in that loop where I just have to wire it specifically as a reverse loop. And you know, Mark, I think if you're still there, I'm sure you are. I don't think it's past your bedtime yet. You know who would really like this is Dave. Dave loves his switching of cars and weird track configurations, and I think he said like one of my very first layouts that I did, he loved just the abundance of switches. And I mean, when you look at his layout now, it's like, it's so small, but it's like 90% switches, which is, you know, funny because he really likes his switching. So, but I think he would get a kick out of this, and he'd be like, all right, let me switch out that industry for you. So hopefully Hopefully he's impressed with this. You know what? I should be able to run trains on this. Given that I get enough feeders on here, I should be able to move a couple of box cars around and whatnot. Let's do that. Let's make that our mission for tonight, to be able to run a train on this and go through the switches and all that stuff and drop off some equipment and pick up some equipment and stuff like that. Now I can't go too far outside of the industry here because there is really no track beyond this space. Like, it goes to a switch here and then it's the end of the line basically. So as long as I stay within here, I guess. I mean, I can always throw a piece of track on there. Not sure how well the trains will stay on there though. But I can try and figure something out temporarily anyways. I'm really looking forward to February, because in February, from mid-February to mid-March, the Ottawa Ho-Track Club is going to be setting up the modular layout at the Science and Technology Museum, which is in Ottawa. So if anybody's in the Ottawa area, or, you know, even Montreal and whatnot, because that's still pretty close. If you're in the area, you should stop by, because we'll all be running trains at, you know, certain points there at the club, but it'll be at the Science and Technology Museum. We'll probably even do you know, the odd live or whatever right from the museum as well, which will be cool. It really opens it up to, you know, a new type of audience, right? People that probably don't really know much about model trains or know, you know, the club exists, or I'm sure they might be aware of trains in general, but not at the level that we all know. So I think it'll be really cool to kind of share what we learned and what we do. So that'll be really neat as well. So y'all should come down to Ottawa, or up to Ottawa, because it's going to be up for 5 weeks, I think it is. Now, how often will I be there? I don't think I'll be there every single day, because I still work, you know, I still got the whole 9 to 5 thing going on for me. But, you know, there's a few weekends that I think that I'll be there for sure. You know, at least one day out of the weekend, maybe 2, depending on what's going on at the time or how the weather is. You know, can I make it out there? Am I busy doing family stuff? I can't see that far into the future, but I'm sure I'll be there for a lot of it. It'll be a great opportunity to run, especially if this whole layout isn't fully done yet or anything like that. You know, if it's not near that level, then I'll be able to get some solid train running in, which is good. Because in most cases, I'd only be able to really go to the club once a month. Because they only do the setup once a month. And if it's anything like, you know, this year already, right? Because they started up in September. And I couldn't even go to the first one. I went to October's. And then November, I'm going to miss... I'm going to miss the setup this month. Because I'm working on that weekend. So it's kind of a drag. Next month, in December, there's no setup. So right there, I'm missing out another month of not doing any train running, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is, right? But the first setup in the new year, it's the first weekend in January, and I think it's like 3 or 4 days long. So I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure that I'll be able to go to that. Gotta double check my schedule, but there, and that one there, and then the next set goes down here. I did that, and that. I didn't do one there, which is fine. Okay, so now I gotta come down here. So that means we gotta switchy locations here. What time is it? 9:22. Okay. I think y'all are waiting for me to run the train. Well, it definitely won't be a final spike tonight, but I might get, to run the first train on here anyways, which is still pretty cool. So, is this dry yet? Shoot, I feel like I've been waiting so long for this thing to dry. That's the cool thing about the glue stuff. What do I call it? Lepage or Lepage. Something or other glue. Wood glue. It works so good. So good. Really? You're really gonna mess with me right now? See how it does. Whoa. Don't want that. Oh, it's because it's Atlas. Why you messing with me for? Yeah, sometimes these Atlas tracks are kind of a pain, but if you know how to wrangle it, then you'll be all right. See, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And the only other thing is that you've got like a rail that's kind of, you know, for the ties that are black versus brownish kind of ties with the other ones. That's not a huge deal though. Because if you do end up painting it, which, you know, if I do, I am undecided right now. But I probably will. But I'm very much undecided. If I do, then, you know, they'll all be the same color. I mean, it's the way I did my other layouts, right? With the brown spray paint. I was actually shocked because I was in Walmart and I found the brown camo, and they haven't had it in there in like forever. And I was like, oh, the one time I'm, you know, not working on a layout or not spray painting track, and of course they have it. So, you know, I had my moment in the paint aisle there, and it was interesting to say the least. But good to see that they got it back, you know. There's a couple of spots here where I need some nails, sorry. Like I see the holes that I pre-drilled that I've never put the thing into, so now I'm just playing catch up. There's another one right there. See, the thing is that I pre-drilled it all over there on my work table. But when I got my new two switches, a bottle of glue, and some more rail joiners, they came in today. So instead of pre-drilling everything over there, I'm just like, I want to put it all together. And I didn't rush. It's not so much a rush as I want to just do that now, you know. Okay, that's fine for now. I promise. Back to soldering. Did I drill the holes here? No. I gotta drill all these holes now. All right, Robin, you have yourself a great night. Thanks for watching. Okay, so that's one. Now, what's the deal under here? So, I can't do that. So, I'm going to move that over to there. And is there anything here? So, it's literally right there. So, I just got to do it over here. Jesus, wow. And then this one, of course. And there's one more thing I gotta check because I'm not 100% certain. When you're not 100% certain, then you should check. Yep, I was correct. Where? Well, so when this was just being placed, I never glued it in place. Therefore, I gotta glue it in place. Whoops. Right there. Okay, good. Glad I almost didn't mess that up. And of course, I'll just put these nails back because they don't affect anything. And I'll just throw some pins in here to hold this down. Yeah, I think it's because everything down there was good, so I didn't really worry too much about this side. And then I forgot. That's all it takes. It's just 2 seconds just to forget. Sneak a bit more glue right under here. Okay, so while we wait for that to dry, because that's going to take a little bit, I'm going to keep plugging away here because I've got, okay, so there was those holes, and there was all these ones as well. Whoops. Bring this way without burning myself. There we go. And then wire. Now, after placing these wires, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 to do here. And then after doing these, all I got to do is set them up with their, what are they called? Rail something or others. And then I'm going to pull up my DCC system and a locomotive. And we're going to see if we can run a train on it and see if it works. And you might see a grown man cry. Hallelujah. long this is. See, most of these I like jumbled together because I'm like, well, it's all got to go into a box. And I wasn't sure if it would all fit. So I just kind of jumble it all together. Okay, I guess these two are the same length. This final push is like, you know, what I really need to get this thing going, because as soon as I can run trains here, then it's literally just expanding off of this. And also, if it's all wired and everything, I can start doing scenery, which is what I love doing more than anything. Of course, running trains as well, blah blah blah, but you know, scenery, that's you know, that's where it's at. And yes, I guess I got to do something with the backdrop and whatnot, but you know, that'll all happen in time. Oh yes, also a big. I tend to, I'm doing this while I'm thinking, and then I forget some stuff, and then it just kind of clicks into my head because then I remember. Big shout out to Trackside Mike. I know last Thursday he was 3 subs away from 1,000, and then he hit 1,000. I think it was either yesterday or today, something like that. And also he's been sick too, so hopefully he gets better. But yeah, congratulations, getting to 1,000. The next one we got to get to 1,000 is James. He's been pushing for it. He's been working real hard on his layout. Layout looks fantastic. He definitely deserves to get up there into the 1,000 sub section. Man, I remember my first 1,000. Thought it would never happen, and then when it happens, it's like, oh dang, that's a lot of people. But yeah, it's a good feeling when it does happen. Okay, so there's 2 more feeders in. I got to do that one and that one, but I also want to lock this in here. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, so I just gotta drop the feeder for that and for that. Now I gotta come over to this general area, so I need some wire that's long enough for that. And I do not think, well, yeah, maybe. Maybe it will be long enough. Let me see if I've got, yeah, they're both the same. Okay, let's do this one then. Oh, did I not drill that out? Oh, lame. I totally forgot to drill that. Okay, well, here I am. Oh, that's right. I went to drill it and then I'm like, no, I gotta... Or maybe I did drill it. Okay, yeah, it was just... Duh. If you use too big of a drill bit compared to the wire that you're dropping, then when you go to do ballast and all that, it's going to fall right down that little hole there, and you're going to have quite the mess on your hands under the layout. So obviously you got to be careful, because then you'll be going back through filling in all these holes. Ugh. That was one of the mistakes I made when I was in my younger years. I would put a hole right in the middle, like in these sections here. So I'd put a hole there, and then I'd run the feeder from the outside in and then down that hole, and then I had to go back through and I would fill the hole with let's say hot glue, and then it would hold the whatchamacallit, the wire in place and all that, which is fine. But if you didn't put enough hot glue in that hole, there would be ballast coming down through the bottom of the layout. So yeah, fun times. The things that you learn over the years. Yeah, well, yeah, we've been saying that for a while, man. You know, James should be at 1,000. Mike should be at 1,000. These guys are out here every Monday night, being entertaining as hell for you guys. You know, they're some funny dudes. And they both got awesome layouts. I know Mike is still working on his, but, you know, he's getting there. And James has been working on his for a while now. He's got some of the best bench work that I think I've ever seen. The cleanest bench work. It's like you see a picture of his layout and then you order it on Wish, and then what you get is what my bench work looks like. I don't know if anybody gets that joke or reference, but yeah. One thing I'm not looking forward to is wiring up an entire yard. That's one thing I do not miss. But I'm hoping to get one of those, it's like, I think James called it a critter or something. It's like you lay on it. Most people, like mechanics, get it to work on under cars because it rolls around and you lay flat on your back. I'm going to get one eventually, maybe like next spring or something. Get one. I found one on Amazon that was kind of cool because it turns into a stool as well. Kind of neat, if you ask me. Yeah, so it'll help because, like with my old layout, it was carpet, you know, where this here is concrete floor. I mean, here I'm kind of lucky because I've got a carpet down, but it's still not even that thick. So there's that. But out there, it's all concrete. So if I'm going to be laying on the floor trying to wire an entire yard, which again, not looking forward to, you know, it's going to be one of those situations where it's not going to get done because my back's going to be killing me the entire time. All right, I already drilled these. Okay, cool. So I just need wire then. Wire. Where is my... Oh, here it is. Creeper, yeah. That's to get me one of those. Amazon's been real good to me. Got those little door hinges on Amazon. Gonna get a creeper on Amazon. Got my whatchamacallit soldering iron on Amazon. You know I'm putting Amazon's kids through college. So I'm always buying stuff on Amazon. Not sponsored by Amazon, by the way. I don't think that's a thing. Can you get sponsored by Amazon? I don't know. I don't think Amazon watches anyways. Okay, this needs to stop being tangled now. Okay, cool, thanks. Alright, so feeder number 1. And again, I've got way more feeders to drop. This is just a very small amount that's going to get me going here. Mainline wise, I think I'm covered, except I only have one track done. And of course, I got to expand on the track a little bit here in both directions, and then, you know, placement of track in both directions, so there's that as well. Just kind of working through this bit by bit. Where are my... Oh, there. Okay, I think this is the last one. Then I just have to connect them to the power supply. And then we'll be able to run a train, hopefully. And of course, obviously, you want to clean off some of this stuff too, you know. It does add up a bit here, but, well, you're eager to run a train. You don't really think about all this other stuff. You just want to run the train. In a normal situation, you wouldn't have people watching you do this, so take your time. Are you reusing any of your old wire? Absolutely. Let me, I'll show you my box of wire. This is all recycled from my old layout. Even this piece of wood right here, that was from the old layout. I added some more cork to it and then put it in place. Bam. You know? So that's from the old layout. These, all these sections here, all old layout. I have honestly not spent that much money on this layout. Like, the most I spent was the $200 for the box of track. That whole building thing there's from the last layout. Mark got me some cork, and the same with James. James gave me some cork as well, so I haven't had to buy cork yet. I did actually buy, okay, I lied. I bought some big sheets of cork, but I haven't even gotten to those yet because I still had some left over from the old layout. So the only thing I've really purchased so far besides this track and these switches, I bought some plywood that equaled about $80 just because it's, you know, I needed the big pieces. And I think that might be it. Because, like, honestly, only at the rate that I'm going, which is very slow, it's like, you know, there's no real big expense here. Except for the switches. Oh, the switches are, you know, it adds up. The switches and the flex track. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'll just put the big one on here. That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, I might have to sit on the ground for a second here, but that's okay. Where is my... Oh, my stripping tool's right here. Okay. And this one. Okay. So I'm just gonna sit on the ground for a second. This totally hurts, but got to get these wires plugged into this thingy. Some of them already have their wires stripped, so that's cool. So there's that. Now, the cool thing about this is that these ports here that I'm plugging these wires into, there's enough room in there that I can actually fit 2 wires and then turn the screw down onto 2 of them, and it'll work. It needs to be stripped, and I can put that one in. So just, oh, of course it came out. Of course. I don't know how much of this you can actually see, but I'm trying to get this done. This is the kind of thing where it's like, I almost wish I had an extra set of hands, but it's not too big of a deal. Like, I'm used to doing this. It's just my back hurts from working and sitting all day. So there's that. I can always rewire this later. I just want to test it, see if we can get a train going here for you guys. That's why you came. Ask and you shall receive. loosen up 4 of these. And I think I got it like, how many of these do I have to cut? Do I have to cut that? Nope. I'll have to clean this wiring up for sure, but I'll do that on a day that I have more patience. It's funny because people are always like, Chris, you have so much patience for this and so much patience for that. And it's like, yeah, but just like patience for anything, really, it runs out. I just want to run a train. That's it, you know? Snip, snip. I will just be happy when I can. Okay, so there's that. So now we want to get a set of wires. Oh yeah, so I was telling you that I've got so much wire. All this wire here, that's all from the old layout. I've got it all, you know, wrapped up in a bundle and stuff like that here. Some of this I can't even use, but I wanted to save as much as I could just in case, because you never really know. You just don't know. Right now I'm just trying to find something long enough to go from one side of the layout to the other. Alright, not whole layout, just what's all this? I don't think this is the best time to be unweaving all this, but maybe I can find a wire here that will work well. Oh, of course I grabbed the shortest wire. Keep looking. Worst case, I'll just grab the spool that is the full length wire, and then I weave that instead. Because, okay, you know what? We're going to try this one. We're going to see if this works. Now it's just a makeshift wiring that I'm doing here. Makeshift? Is that what they call it? A makeshift wire job. So far, so good. probably. And I'm going to take that out of there. And that ties in with this, so I'm going to take that out of there. And we're going to hope for the best. This and this go here. I know you guys probably cannot see what I'm doing right now, but I can reassure you it is wiring, and it is the quickest of the wiring jobs you will ever see. But it's also going to be the shystiest wiring job you will ever see. Because, yeah, this will have to be redone. This is strictly just for testing purposes. Okay, so that's going to go to that side. Oh, you know what? Can you see down here? Probably not. Okay, so I need another one of these. Let's use this one. Okay, so most of these need to be stripped here, so I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Where's my little screwdriver? I think another reason why I want this to look decent is that whenever I have a meeting at work and I'm on camera, they can see all this. So the more finished it looks, the less likely I think I'll get in trouble for having, you know, such an abysmal background. At least that's what I'm kind of hoping. Okay, so now there's also this track and this track. A couple more to connect and then we can add power. Okay, so all the track right now is attached to my, what are they called? I guess bus? Well, gotta just attach the bus line from one to the next. So as I unravel it, okay. And then I just gotta grab my power supply. Again, hopefully this works, because, you know, it would suck if it didn't work. Okay, now I just need my power supply. I will have quite the mess to clean up tomorrow or tonight or something. Okay, now where is my DCC system? I think I'll do my Evo set, but I'm just going to do my regular controller because I don't have the capacity right now to set up all the wireless aspects of this thing and all the fun that goes along with it. So there's the DCC, and there is the power. And I'm going to put all this stuff because I won't need any of that, including that, until I really lock things down with this system. Okay, so these are the two wires that are going into here. So I'm going to make sure that they are stripped. That's good. And you can take a bit more off that one. There we go. Okay, so rail A, power, progress, and then flat one. Okay, so that's rail A and rail B. So positive and negative. Positive. that's that. We're just going to leave this here for now because I don't have anywhere special to put it. Where is my power supply? The power supply should be here. Unless it's not, and it's in the other box. Give me a second. Here we go. Okay, I've got it. Okay, who's ready to see some trains running? Because I am. I totally am. Okay. Okay, so we want to run a train, and I think we'll start with something very basic, nothing too crazy. Could this be 03? Or not? Power's on. Track is on. Wondering. Something is it the Loco? I don't feel like it would be the Loco. But that's why I have other Loco. Yeah, because like even if, I mean, that wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think. But we're going to see if this makes a difference. So why are you not moving? Why are you not doing anything? Do I have these incorrectly? From what I'm seeing here, all the wires look correct. Okay, let me try something here. Just because I like to try different things. Because apparently nothing is going to the track. So you can't help but ask yourself, why is nothing going to the track? And then you kind of work backwards. So first things first, I'm going to reverse these wires because that's what I did the other day, and or when I had that last issue, and it fixed the issue. Nothing. It's like, you hit power, and it should power. Let me try getting my other DCC system, because there's something missing here. Yeah, I did plug it in. That'd be silly if that was the issue. If I never plugged it in, I think that I would probably have to quit or something. Okay, I got my other DCC system here, and this will take a second. Is that a rail joiner? Oh my gosh, nope, that's a piece of rail. I definitely don't want to step on that. Okay, rail A and rail B. Okay, so let's back to this one for a second. Oh. See, why didn't that happen with the other side? There must be something I'm missing. Because, yeah, that's kind of weird, right? What? Okay. Okay, that's odd. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. It's my first day. Leave me alone. Just gonna put this over there. Okay, so let's see if this... Now, this is not the smoothest locomotive, but it should still technically work. Now, there's no whatchamacallit on there, so I don't know if power will actually go to it. Oh, it does. Great. Jeez, that's loud. Thanks, Nathan. That would probably be this one. This one will be very picky as far as how it chooses to run and how well it does that and whatnot. See, I don't actually have my run around together because I still have to put a straight piece going this way and then a couple more switches up this way, but I think you guys get the most of what I'm doing here. I need some more of these, that's for sure. But there's a feeder right there. Unless it's... That's the only place it's really... See what I mean? Like it... As soon as it hit here, but it's like there's feeders there, so why would it dock? That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna try something. Bear with me for a minute. Whoops. that. I'm pretty sure most of this is going to take some time to, you know, work out the kinks and whatnot. Dang, as soon as it leaves the room, it gets so much quieter. Again, that one spot, it's like, why? Why would you just die right there? It'd be great when I have the other switches on that way I can go around and then push it into whatever area. Okay, let's try a different locomotive. I'm somewhat happy with how that went because, again, it's not like a $300 locomotive or anything. You know, it's not one of my better ones, but it's still a good one. I don't have many O&R left, so it was nice to be able to run one. As far as locos, I'll take the Jeep 9 out, but I'm not going to bring the slug out, just the locomotive. There is feeders actually. Yeah, it's not the track, it's the camera. I wish that was the case. Well, we'll see what happens when I run the Jeep 9, because the Jeep 9 should be a lot better than the Athearn. Should be no excuses with this. I'm just happy that I've got somewhat of a functioning thing right now, because it's been a minute since I've had that. Okay. Shall we? Loco 7203. And I need the book. Because this is a complex locomotive. And I've only ever used it once before. Where are my sounds at? There we go. Okay. Ditch lights, dim. F12. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that. There's no ditch lights on it. Maybe this just doesn't have ground lights. Okay. Now that that's all sorted. Let's see how this one reacts over that one spot, because there's feeders right there, so you know it shouldn't die out on me or anything. It's not like this thing has keep alive, which we've sadly learned. So because this is a switcher, normally you'd have the, I mean you can do it like that, but normally the slug is on there as well. You can have a belt pack operator standing on there controlling the train, or he could be off to the side here controlling the train. And those lights just mean it's in switching mode. I don't know if that is because there's no guy on there and he's off to the side controlling it. I believe that might be part of that. But the beacons are just to let you know that it's switching out cars and whatnot. I'm probably going to have that for my yard with the slug, and I might get the zebra for here to switch out this industry in particular. That would probably be okay. I wonder what happened to the squeal. I had squeal on before, and I really like the, especially if it going slow enough. Oh, cool. That might come from the other, whatchamacallit. Oh, nope, there it is. That was so cool. Okay, well, yeah, I did what I said I was going to do, and I got trains running, so that's neat. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, so I mean, we've been going live since I think it was the 7:45 to 8. I think I started a little bit early today, but I think with that extra time, plus the fact that I went way past what I normally do, I was able to, you know, add a lot of the feeders and get it all wired up, and you know, a few other things, tack down some more nails and add a bit of track. But oh man, really, the yakking on the rate, I don't know. I think it's such a cool feature. I think it's because I've been wanting more sounds like that, more realistic sounds. You know, station announcements and the crew chatter is awesome. Of course, you don't have that, like the switching mode and whatnot on all the time. So when you're not using it, you know, I mean, you don't have to have the sound on at all. But yeah, I really like that Locomotive. It's pretty neat. I'm probably gonna end up getting another one, like a sucker. So. But yeah, I mean, at that point, it's probably the Locomotive. The O&R one, it probably needs to be cleaned and whatnot. A lot of my locomotives probably should be cleaned. Even some of the new ones, clean it right out of the box, you know. But again, it's just another one of those things where I get wrapped up in doing all this stuff and building and, you know, trying to move and all that stuff. So it's on the list, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But testing that out and seeing what works, what doesn't work, of course, you know, just gives me something else to do, something else to, you know, kind of perfect. Don't ask me for the life of me why this didn't work. Because I've used it, like I used it on my old layout. So I'm going to play around with it, see if I can get this thing going, because I prefer this one over the old, the DB150, because at least this has, you know, the whole wireless thing to it, and with being able to walk back and forth, like out there, work on stuff, come in here, run trains, you know, I'd sooner be able to do that wirelessly as opposed to being tethered down. Like I take this one with me to the club because I have to walk around. The layout's big enough, but there's plug-ins like all along it where I can plug it in and do all that. So there's that. Great job, buddy. Thanks for all your hard work and sharing. No problem, Todd. Honestly, like I love doing this stuff. I love sharing, you know, the hobby and letting y'all into my place here to watch me go ham on the layout, you know. You know how we do? We do every single week, every Thursday, we go live. If it's not me, it's Tim. If it's not Tim or me, it's Mark. And then, of course, I do every Saturday night as well at 8 o'clock for the Rail Talk Live, where I'm working on that huge... It's huge. I'm going to get the platform Saturday so that I can put all three kits together and start functioning it as one kit as opposed to three separate kits. And then it'll be a lot easier to detail it and whatnot as I go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna do that on Saturday. So make sure you guys stick around for that because it'll be so much fun. And now that I've got the hinges, I can put all the doors on the front and basically make it look like the doors are all closed and all that. But yeah, I gotta look into some magnets too, so I can kind of magnet it open or closed with a little Rapido wand or something. Something else to work on, I guess. But yeah, until then, thank you so much for watching. I'm Go Via Go Home. Yeah, go run some trains. Go do it. I'm doing it. I'm probably gonna do it some more. Yeah, have yourselves a great